Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen, it's your host Shane Gilfeather and you've joined us for round 11 of the V8 Supercar Championship for 2023. It's proudly sponsored by MJ Build and SimHaus, yours truly, bringing you this coverage. We're on the sunny Gold Coast, so I hope you brought your sunscreen. It's going to be a hot one today. 2 races today, we're back to our sprint races, 20 minutes and 40 minutes long. That translates to about 17 laps for the first race and then 34 grueling laps on the second race. A tight, twisty Gold Coast circuit, beautifully presented circuit up on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And we're currently in qualifier session, so we're going to get on track now, show you who's who and who is flying and who's not. On screen now is Scott Flack, Vermelho Yellow. And he's out on I think this is out lap. No, he's on a qualifier lap. So we'll get to see sectors, see how he's going with 5.5 minutes to go. Taking those curves nice and cleanly. Not impeding any penalties, otherwise it nullifies their lap and they'll have to go again. Not much time to keep going back to pits and giving yourself an out lap, as we've got Matt Collins, series sponsor, in pole at the moment ahead of Scott Flack on screen. Eric Chandra from Indonesia has joined us tonight once again, and David Baker racing from Entertainment Park. A beautiful black and green Ford Mustang coming down the back straight, currently in 4th. In the number 3, he wants to get number 3 on the grid and hopefully on the podium for the rest of at the end of the evening. Taking this curves nice, using up all the track down the back straight. Getting in the tight, twisty street circuits. Plenty of apartments in this section here. Very tight, very hard to get the car to turn and roll. This car's very heavy, so you use the weight of the car to make the car turn. Baker's doing that quite nicely on the soft tyres there, the white banded tyre. He comes down, he's got 2 PB sectors. Can he make it 3? If not a purple for the fastest sector. Oh, he's just a bit slower there, but it does bring him up into 3rd position as predicted. So that was David Baker's flying lap. Scott Flack's out there. Matt Collins still on pole. No one really close there. Scott Flack the closest with 7/10 behind. As you can see, the rest of the field struggling through the practice session there. Flacky just pulling it up now, so Baker might be back out there. James Spotto for Red Bull's back out on track. Driving from Newcastle. He's been quite strong throughout the season. Let's see if he can translate that onto the street circuit of the Gold Coast. Got Brad Mays, who we haven't seen for quite some time, back in the Ford Mustang. Just giving himself enough track position or getting to grips with the car here. As he's going to come around for his flying lap with 3 minutes to go. This will probably be his last attempt. If not, he'll have to quickly come in and race around just so he can cross the start finish line before the checkered flag drops. Oh, he's pulled it in. So we'll see who's out there. We'll go on board with James Spotto. If we can. No, he's pulled it up as well. Coming down the main straight of Service Paradise, the Gold Coast Highway. Into the deep braking zone between the 200-150 mark. Holding it tight there, taking all the curb. Getting on the gas early. Got to get the car down on the ground first before you can do that. The old Red Rooster corner no longer there now. up the back straight now, main beach parade. Through the beautiful beach chicanes here, a right, left, right, left. Oh, he's taken too much curb. Will he pull that up? He's going to keep going just to bank a lap, currently in P5. Hard turn into Breaker Street. Oh, just hits the wall as well. So this is pretty much for practice. Another left into Cerisier Avenue. And it's uphill parade towards the main street, Tedder Avenue. Very awkward right-hander into the left and a long sweeping exit. It's hard to get on the gas early because the car will want to light up and just turn around. It's not going to be a better lap for James Spotto as he crosses with a 114. Okay, so who else have we got out there? Scott Flack's out on his lap. This is his out lap. So this will be his last attempt. Again, we'll go on board with Scott. See how the rear's just coming around. This is out lap, so he's taking that nice and tight and slow, getting good run up to come down the main straight. Down the gears in the first turn, second. Taking that really nicely. Watch the front dip as he gets down the first gear. Taking that corner nice and sharp. Get around as hard, quick as he can. For a long sprint up towards the beach chicanes. Down Marine Parade. Nice and easy through. Gets out of there quite nicely. Doesn't hit anything. Hard left-hander into Breaker Street. It's a very tight little section here. Got to be patient. Get the car over to the left-hand side so you got maximum entry for the right-hander at the Go Daddy sign. It's a short sprint up Tedder Avenue and back onto the main straight. So he's got the car to rotate, but he's lit it up a bit too much. It's going to slow him down. He's got purple middle sector. What can he do crossing the line? Just missed out. 6/100ths behind Matt Collins, who's absolutely flying in the qualifier session. He's probably done 2 quick laps and then back in the garage. And Scott Flack remains in P2. So he's out on track. Baker's in the pits. So too Chandra just retired. So Flack's the last one. And we'll get into race number 1 very soon. We'll just go for a quick break and we'll be back.
Entertainment Park has so much to it.
And we are proud to announce that we have joined forces with this incredible place. They've got simulation cars.
You can choose your own car like a Formula 1.
Or V8 supercars, and you can choose your own track. I love the mountain. I'm king of the mountain. Not Mount Jewett, Mount Panorama.
Plus, there's an incredible go-kart track. No fumes, no smell.
And it's got a booster button too.
These booster buttons, unlike a video game, they're real. I'll catch him. Beat your fastest lap. Challenge your friends.
Have a feed at the cafe with an unbelievable menu. What? Dessert, coffee, and of course, a fully licensed bar.
10-pin bowling, video games, skills testers, laughs, play area, chill out areas and lounges, DJs and fun music.
It's safe, friendly, and plenty of parking. But some people drive to the city for that.
That's stupid.
Book now at entertainmentpark.com.au. Not just for kids.
Okay, welcome back. Just in time for race one. The lights are going out. It's Matt Collins on front row. Next to him, Scott Flack. Scott Flack's got the inside line, but what can Matt Collins do? He's trying to squeeze Flack out, but he's got a good launch. It's side by side down the main straight. Collins is going to... Oh, massive pile up on the start there. Not too sure if that was a touch. Into the back of Scott Black, but he got launched into no, he's just hit the curb himself and gone straight in. So he's out by himself now on out the back of the pack as Matt Collins heads back towards. He's out by himself. The rest getting balked by Scott Flack in P2. As Matt Collins comes around. Sun's starting to set here on the Gold Coast. The long shadows across the circuit. Baker's got company with James Spotto down the main straight. Looks like Baker braked early. Spotto closing right in on him. Oh, but Baker's got a better exit coming out of there. Nice launch. That'll be a good race between these two. Watch Chantra behind him as well. So we go down the main straight. The back straight, I should say, down Marine Parade through the Beach S's. We've got Brad Mays further behind as well. Just coming to grips again. Been a while since he was on track with us, and it's good to have him back. So let's see how well he does tonight. He'll have Scott Flack charging behind him, which you can see in the background there already. But up front it's David Baker in P2. Has he stretched that lead over Spotto? He's got a 1.2 second gap, so he's stretching out a bit. Spotto falling back, and Chantra's coming up behind, but it's Collins down the main straight. 17 laps. Collins posting the fastest lap so far, 1:11.698. Nice and smooth, very strong around that section. So too Baker, but he just got balked. I saw coming out of that corner. Oh, got a bit loose. I think Brad Mays and Scott Flack are together as well. See how much air they get going over the curbs, trying to keep the front end down just to get grip and acceleration out. That's Scott Flack right behind, trying to close in on Brad Mays. That's for 5th position. Collins stretching that lead out to 2.5 seconds already, but we can see how he's just taking those curbs. Baker's trying everything he can to catch him, but he'd be happy with this position so far. His biggest threat would have been Scott Flack, who unfortunately had that earlier accident. And has got a lot of work to do. We can see a witch's hat just going off there. It could have been Collins taking it. We can see Baker closing in, so it looks like it was Collins just slowing down because he'd gone straight through or got caught up on the curbs, on the sausages at the beachside chicanes. And that gap's down to 1.5 seconds now. So Baker is closing. If Collins does that a couple more times, he'll be right up the back bumper, reintroducing himself. Collins just swinging the back of the car out to take that curb. He's keeping part of the car on track. He's really risking it with that sausage curb outside that chicane there. If he hits that the wrong way, while Flack's smashing the fastest lap of the race at 1:11.166 so far. Baker's starting to close in, so what's Baker actually doing? Collins' last lap was a 1:12.4 and Baker was a 1:11.5, so he's put almost a full second on Collins. And Brad Mays has just retired. He's probably got some damage on the car. There is some damage on this car, 30%. So they can't just go smashing the curbs too often, and that's probably what's affecting Collins out front. Baker's been driving relatively clean. Gap down to 1.2 seconds now. Got Fleck up in a P5. His next target will be Eric Chandra, who he really can't see in front. So it's a long way to go for him, but it is 17 laps. Anything can happen. We saw that in the first corner. Chandra slowing down quite nicely for the beachside chicanes, turning into Breaker Street. James Spotto just seeing the back come round. That's too much on the accelerators. They try to accelerate down the main straight. Will the tyres last on this one? We'll see what compounds the guys have got on. Looks like they're all gone for the soft compound, which is a smart choice. Race 2 might be quite different, as it is a longer race and they want to stretch out that pit stop, which is quite long here. It's long and slow at Gold Coast. Beautiful pictures coming to you from the Gold Coast here. We're watching James Spotto down the back straight. Currently in third position, so Chandra got caught up early as well, so I'm not too sure if he's got damage from that. Oh, Spotto just scraping the wall there, trying to swing the car out, but he's swung it too much and just hit that wall. This is one of Baker's strongest tracks, this and Townsville. He's always had good success at these two circuits. So he'll be happy with Heat 2 with 10 laps to go. 7 laps already. And Collins stretching that lead out to 3.5 seconds. Nice and smooth for Baker through there. Collins coming down the tight main straight. Down the Gold Coast Highway, heavy into the brakes, third gear. Through the chicane safely into the hairpin. Back up the main straight. Fourth gear, 190 kilometres an hour. Fifth gear, will he get into six? Yes, he's got into six. 245k down the back straight. Got to pull it up just to come through the curbs. Really working that steering wheel there as he gets through the chicanes. Coming around now for lap 10, Matt Collins quite smooth through that section. You can hear the engine tone come around that corner that he doesn't have to lift, he's just smoothly applying the brakes there. Collins really dominating on this one. Baker doing all he can, but I'm sure he'll be happy with P2. There's a gap there down the back straight. And it looks like Chandra just got Spotto there. Just some opposite lock there, really locked it up there. Stretching out the gears, trying to avoid changing the gears. Just heavy on the brakes, locking up probably. Tyres starting to go off. Got to move the brake bias because Chandra's starting to stretch that gap. The next guy behind him will be Scott Flack, who's been trying to catch these guys as hard as he can, but he's lapping in the 113s and the guys in front are in the 112, so he's not going to catch him at this rate. Matt Collins still out in front. Last lap was a 111.6, so still in the flying times here. The older tyres not really bothering him. We're over halfway through the race one. Looks like Collins knows where to place the car to not be affected by the sausage curbs. As he took that very nicely, didn't even lift on the two wheels as you usually do going through that section. We'll go back on board. Nicely done as he comes around for lap 12. We usually have a lot more drivers in tonight, and we're not too sure why there's only 6 at the moment, but we definitely appreciate the 6 that turned up and raced. We're missing our championship leader and defending champion Craig Broadbent, and Matt Collins Was looking forward to the battle with Craig, but he'll be happy to take this race and probably the next if it continues like this. We're missing Vlad Tokarev from Russia as well, so we haven't seen him for a while. Unfortunately, we've had to change nights due to logistics issues. So I'm not too sure if Monday nights are not suiting a lot of drivers as well. But anyway, we've got 6 drivers. We're going to have a great race tonight and end with a couple of results for the boys. Probably score some more points, valuable points for their championship. I know Baker in P2 is chasing Scott Flack in the championship, so this result here will help him along that cause. As Baker now in P2, coming down the main straight. Gold Coast Highway all the way down, just missing the camera there. Goes out wide to take that kink. Long braking. On the gas early, great job. I'm still going to call this Red Rooster corner. And back up the main straight. Keep calling it the main straight. Marine Parade. Really creeping through here just to make sure the car turns. Thought I saw a car in the background. I'm not too sure if that was James Spotto or not. Sure was a Red Bull in the background, but otherwise he just pulls it up in time. And yeah, there's Scott Flack right in the background. He's got 3 laps to make a difference. Can he do it? And there's Chandra up the road. Chandra's got the headlights shining. Sun's setting, so he needs the light. I think he's got him on automatic. So the sensors have brought him on. Negotiates the front chicane quite nicely, or just getting loose, getting around that corner. There's James Spotto, and here comes Scott Flack. This will be the battle right up to the checkered flag for these two. But up front, it's Matt Collins. Just going under the Gold Coast footbridge there. Eric Chandra towards, I've just noticed the timing screens. Chandra's still on 111s. Baker up front on the 113. So Chandra closing in on Baker. I'm not too sure if there's enough time in the race to make any dent or change in the standings at the moment. But towards the latter part of the stint, he's really, as I say that, just hit the wall. Commentator curse, but lap times are 2 seconds quicker. As Baker crosses the line with a 112.8. Let's see what Chandra does on this one, a 112.4. Still half a second on Baker. But we are on the last lap, and where's Matt Collins? He's come down Marine Parade. Down the back straight for the Beach Chicanes. Nice and easy. Not hardly touching the sausages. Oh, just getting it wide, throwing it right in, just getting it loose. Bit of a lock-up. Brings up the conversation for the famous Scott McLaughlin lock-up move on Winterbottom. Very iconic lock-up overtake for Scott McLaughlin, launching him into all the socials and the popularity, now racing in America for this year's IndyCar Series. Coming down the main straight though, it's Matt Collins taking the checkered. Congratulations. David Baker taking the honours for P2. He'll be happy with that. Ahead of Eric Chandra, charging in behind. Takes the checkered flag. Scott Flack gets James Spotto on the last lap. James probably had a lock up there. And Brad Mays earlier retiring. Before it gets too messy, we'll show the results. So for race one, it's Matt Collins taking the win ahead of David Baker. Then Eric Chandra in third. Scott Flack moving up last lap ahead of James Spotto in 5 and Brad Mays finishing in P6. Alright, so we're going to get set up for race 2, the final race of the night. And we'll be back right after these messages. Sorry about that, I'm communicating with the driver. Just seeing if... Oh, Baker's hit the wall! Just see what happened to Baker. It's when he comes into the main straight. Oh, he just locks up and gets the wrong end. Collins avoids him and moves on, so too Flack, but Baker's got to do an awkward U-turn to get back on track now. So we're back on air. Just saw Flack have to yield some time there on that back chicane, and that left Collins no option but to roll through, and Flack's had to let Collins go, and now he's got a chase. But can he do that, or is he under the microscope of David Baker, who unfortunately spun coming into Breaker Street, coming off the beach side back straight there, just getting stuck on that tyre, right on the wrong part of the front end too. If he hit that any later, he could have just bounced off and kept going, but unfortunately got air. The rears got airborne and couldn't do anything about it. Fortunately for the guys behind, they managed to get through unscathed. Baker's got a bit of work to do, finishing in P2 in race 1. He's currently in P4. Is that enough for him to finish second in the round for round 11 for the V8 Championship presented by SimHaus, sponsored by MJ Build. Chandra's still out in front. What's that, a 4-second gap now out in clear air? Oh, just touching the walls. Oh, is that going to damage the car? And this race is going to include a pit stop, so the boys have got the option to get the car repaired, but whether it's going to be quicker for them to just not repair the car and get out of the pits as soon as they can, or will it mean quicker lap times for them depending on how damaged the cars are? See the front rotors lighting up quite a lot. Keep an eye on the gap. The gap's actually stretching out to Collins, 4.5 seconds, almost 5 seconds. See where Collins is coming down the back straight. Not too sure if the timing's right because it's up over 8 seconds now. Something going on with the timer because Flack's apparently ahead of Collins. Oh, Collins has hit the deck. What's happened to Collins? So this is live, I think. Just quickly see what happened to Collins here on a replay. We'll just rewind on air. I want to bring you the footage. So we see Chandra going through and it's Collins' turns. Oh, he's just got it out wide and unfortunately the pendulum's made him hit that wall. And here comes Flacky through as well. And that's replaced the position that Flacky gave up before. So now it's Chandra, Flack and Collins. We're back live now. Collins down to third gear through this section. Oh, Flacky launching himself out at the chicane. Great work. Great battle going on here now. I always loved this, especially the golden light on the golden grille of Matt Collins in the MJ Build Constructions Ford Mustang coming down the main straight. Can't make any gains on him. Really try and dive under here. Oh, he's trying to get the car to rotate earlier, get a better launch out, but Flacky's all over it. He's got the momentum right round the outside. Flack hold off Collins for the whole race, so we're only 10 laps into a 34 lap race. See see how close Collins is getting now. The sun's setting here on the Gold Coast once again for the second race. Oh, flat going wide. They're coming out. This is how close they are. There's nothing in it. Watch the braking zones. Is Flack as strong as Collins? Collins started to gain towards the end, but into the braking zone you have to give it up. Nothing in as they go through the chicanes. Black's starting to tune himself in and really concentrate now. He's got a mirror full of gold bling grill. Side by side as they come out. Collins right up the back bumper of Scott Flack. Is he going to try and come out? There's no way he's going to get that. Changer's got that lead out to 10 seconds. These guys have had a go. Oh, he's let him go. He can't do it. That's definitely giving the position away. Probably allowing Collins to try and chase down Chandra for the rest of the race. We're on lap 12 of 34. I'd say that's a third of the way through. Haven't seen much of Eric Chandra, but he's out with 10-second lead. Thankful that the two behind are squabbling over position 2 behind him. But has Baker been catching? Yeah, he's 15 seconds off the pace, so no, he hasn't been, and not too sure if anyone's pitted yet. Just check the calculator there. No one's really pitted at the moment. And has anyone gone for the hards? No, they're all on soft compound at the moment. See the white banded tyre on the side there. Oh, Baker just lighting it up, coming out of that last corner. Onto the main straight now. We'll get up to 245k. Oh, 260k down the main straight. Underestimated the speed down there. That is amazing. Pretty rough through there. Still in contention and in competition with Collins, but Collins is slowly stretching the lap times. Oh, Flack just lost almost a full second on that last lap. I'm not too sure if that's the one that he gave way to Collins or not, but yeah, starting to slip back now. And watch the time to Chandra up front come down. So it's down to 9 seconds, so that's already a second and a half gained just with the 2 laps that he's broken away from Scott Flack. So he's got the rest of the race to chase. But when is the pit window going to be for these guys? Are they going to do it right on the 17? Are they going to undercut it? Come in the next lap or so just to cover that middle sector, making sure the guys behind him don't gain any advantage, but then it's just cat and mouse towards the end of the race. Not too sure if the undercut's actually effective here at Surfers Paradise Gold Coast. I guess we'll soon find out when the guys start pitting. We're only on lap 14. Expect them to come at least lap 17, if not a touch earlier. Let's change our front. Collins in P2 with the fastest lap of the race so far, a 1:10.595. Definitely quite smooth around that corner. Black's fastest race this. Fastest lap of the race so far is a 1:10 flat 0:00. So he's still on the pace. That last lap, not so much. Baker starting to catch as well. So Flack just dropping back a little bit now. Baker's starting to make headroads into catching the other green and black entry, which is Scott Flack in front with the mellow yellow, David Baker with Entertainment Park. Baker's last lap was a 1:13.1 and Flacky was a 1:15.1, so that's 2 seconds difference. Flacky's got to come into the pits soon. Just see if Chandro's going to come in. No, he's staying out. He foxed it. He looked like he was going to swing into the pits. But the guys have got to be very careful on pit entry here at Gold Coast. Very tricky, slow speed, and unclear of where the pit entry is. So they don't know where exactly they need to be down to pit. Just launching the car, how much damage does that create? Could have affected the front belly so far. It doesn't look too bad at the moment. He's not wobbling around. He seems to have got away with that so far. That gap to Chandra is back out just under 10 seconds now. And Flack further behind. 7 seconds he's dropped back. Baker 13, 14 now behind. As Flack's starting to get his rhythm back again. Back down into the 112s. The boys are going to race on softs. They've got to pit pretty soon. Otherwise they're not going to have any advantage towards the end of the race. I don't think going long on the front end of the race and then hitting towards the end with fresher tyres is going to make any difference. I think just consistent laps. It's very easy to get it wrong here on the Gold Coast, and having faster tyres is not going to get you faster lap time. Consistently, I should say. Chandra's been untouched the whole race. He's dominated and controlled this race from the green flag. We expected Collins to make a bit more inroads towards Chandra once he got clear of Flack, but it's not to be so far. Chandra lapping in the 1:11.9s and Collins in the 1:12. So maybe towards the end of that last race when he started punching in those fast times and gaining some positions, that was him just practicing and getting used to the circuit. Now he's very much dangerously going to win race 2. And Collins is in the pits now. So he's rolling out of pits. And that means Flack, no. Is I thought I saw another car in the pits, that's why I was going through, but that was just James Spotto. Unfortunately missed the start, not too sure if it was a technical issue or not. R-Factor has a tendency to shut down while you're trying to change sessions. And Chandra comes in for his set of tyres. revving up, not too sure. That's a quick pit stop for Eric Chandra. So Flack's still out on track. Very awkward pit exit here as it leads you straight into the first chicane. Unfortunately, there's no other cars on track to bother him on the exit, and that means Baker's in now for his set. So he's tried to go long. He's in there for a while, so it looks like he's repairing as the boys drop him off the jacks and off he goes down pit lane. So we can see Matt Collins down beach straight. So Scott Flack's out in the lead. Will he come in and pit this time? The boys haven't really incurred any pit lane speed infringements, which is great news because definitely a bit of a trap here at the Gold Coast. Maybe Flack feels that he can catch the boys once he's on a fresher set of tyres towards the end of the race. He's got a 7-second lead over Chandra and 11-second over Collins. So it means through the pit sequence, Chandra's lost his advantage to Collins of it was sitting on the 9 seconds, 8 to 9 seconds, but now it's down to 4-second gap. So pit stop's vital to get it right and get the right fuel and the repairs done, and to actually stop in your pit box as well. Otherwise it could cost you valuable track time. These boys fight hard to give us the fastest lap on lap, and we're talking like tenths of a second, but when you lose 4 seconds in a pit stop, it's the vital part of the race. You don't want to give any free time to the competitor chasing you, especially if it's Matt Collins who's flying out there on the circuit at the moment. Getting the back out wide. If he was on older tyres, he probably would have lost it through there. But fortunately, he pitted only a few laps ago. Well, lap 21 and 34, so we've got 13 laps to go. Is this the lap that Scott Flack's going to come in? No, he's going to stay out even longer. Maybe he's found the right formula to look after the tyres. His lap times aren't really slower than the guys in front, although me saying that, no. So he's still doing the same lap times as Eric Chandra in P2. Hasn't given away any time, if not gained a little bit. But there it goes. The scoreboard shows you Collins just posting a 1:10.585, which is pretty much equal to his last fastest lap. So very consistent. So Collins on the charge. Definitely going to be catching Eric Chandra very soon. So it's Scott Flack out in front, Eric Chandra in P2. There's the gap. Down to 4 seconds now. It was 7, so Chandra closing on this lap alone. Flack gone in the pits. No, he's staying out once again. going to be hard for him to catch back on fresher tyres once he does eventually pit, but he's only given himself less than 10 laps to chase these boys down, so he's got to still leave enough room on track to chase. Well, I think that was Collins I heard hit the fence there. Just posted another fastest lap of the race. He's really pushing it now, 1:10.577. Chandra in P2, look, you can see Scott Black in the distance now. Oh, he's just clipped the wall. Don't know if that's affected this right steering arm. Flacky's staying out there even longer. This is a surprise to me. Unless I've missed his pit stop. Shows that Collins hasn't stopped, but we all saw him stop. I'm sure Flacky hasn't stopped yet, so that is correct. And that's Chandra chased them from behind. Chandra getting ever so closer with only 10 laps remaining. Flax surely has to pit now. Maybe he's actually planning not to pit at all and just waiting for the boys to chase him from behind. It is only 10 laps remaining, which is roughly 10 minutes. So depending on how well Flax looked after his tyres, he knows that Chandra's chasing him and he's closing in, but he may have enough on Collins, but the longer the race goes, the more time he's going to lose per lap as the tyres wear off, and the boys behind him still have much fresher tyres. They can chase 2 seconds off one lap and then 3 seconds off the next, so that's 5 seconds in 2 laps. That's not a good gamble. Now Chandra's coming on the scene. It can force him to change his driving style and not be in control of where he spends or where he uses up the tyres. So I'll see where the other boys are just before we get into this battle out on track. So Bakes is down the back straight through the chicane, taking it beautifully. Collins is down the main straight, so Chandra and Flack down Red Rooster hairpin. Taking the different line, trying to see whether the chicanes are coming. Oh, great battle coming out, great shot as well coming out of the chicanes there. He's just gone wide. Just overshot it. Blackie's doing well. Rumble with Blackie looking back at Chandra from Indonesia for HM Engineering. Closes right up. God, that's how close these boys are racing together. I can see the leaves on Chandra's radiator there. Coming to the braking zone for turn 1. both getting up on two wheels coming through there. Will Chandra make a move on the inside? Oh, yes he does. He's going for it. He's got to tuck back in. Flack's going to cover that off. Oh, Chandra's lost it big time. Just see Chandra hit the curb, and that's what I mean. Just launched it. Absolutely launched himself there. Go back live now. Hopefully Chandra's recovered, but did he give any time to Collins? Collins not close enough to really make an indent. Collins dropping right down. He was a 122 in that last lap, so I'm not sure what happened to him. We'll see if we can go back and see what happened to Collins, because 10 seconds is a long time to lose. Maybe he got stuck in the chicanes as well. Oh, he's got no front wing. He's got no front end, so he's lost it elsewhere on the circuit. So we're back live now. He's got no front downforce, so it looks like Collins is going to have to settle in for P2, and that's going to give a reprieve to Scott Flack. Scott Flack's done this without a pit stop, and he's got Chandra collecting the curb, stacking it, now dropping back another 6 seconds. And Collins is no threat because he's down another 16 seconds. So this has definitely paid off for Scott Flack out in front at the moment. This will be a rare win for him. He deserves a lot more, but always gets caught in the wrong moment at the wrong time. But as we saw in race 1, but hopefully race 2, we can see him get up and take the victory at the Gold Coast 600. Well deserved. He took the gamble. It's not over yet, but he's taking the gamble. He looks quite strong out there. He's got 4.5 second lead. He's just got to keep it smooth. He's done perfect for 29 laps. He just needs to do it for 5 more. Still hitting those marks pretty nicely, pretty smooth through this section. Not pushing it, just posting it through these corners, looking after those tyres. He's been known to run on empty with absolutely no tread left on the tyre. But it's a big ask to do 34 laps on one set. And I'm sure he's on softs as well, so the softs have been a great choice for him. Yeah, it shows he's definitely on the softs there. Flacky's last lap was a 1:12.8. What's Chandra doing behind him, trying to chase? It was a 1:11.7. Without the front nose, she's going to lose front downforce, so it's very hard to take these chicanes. That means Baker should be close to him, but it looks like he's too far away to make any headway on Matt Collins for P3. Anyway, Scott Flack with the headlights on. Sun's about to set here, and so is the racing in Service Paradise for round 11 of the SimHaus V8 League 2023. Definitely not worth Black hitting for tyres at this stage. You lose all that advantage. He's got to just stay out there. Chandra's now 3 seconds behind, closing in, but 3 laps to go at 3 seconds. He needs to take over a second per lap, and that's just to be on the back bumper. He's definitely chasing Chandler, trying everything he can with a 1:11.7. Taking a full second off Scotty Flack last lap. You can see this, the lock-ups going into that corner. Very awkward corner. Really doesn't open up to the last minute, so you've got to commit to almost hitting the inside wall, and by the time you've just missed it, you'll be on the outside wall. We've seen a few hit it tonight already. David Baker getting stuck on that corner. Lucky's got a sizable lead with 2 laps to go. The lap times of actually Scott Flack was slightly faster than Chandra on that last lap. Only by 3/10. But at least he's holding that gap. He's not closing the Chandra, just skipping through that last section. The gap now over 3.5 seconds. Collins is still battling it out with no front end. David Baker with a full car, probably nursing older tyres now, 1:13.7. Maybe he's got some damage that's affecting his lap times. The other boys are in the 1:12s. But Baker's still a strong driver to be in the 1:13s at this stage of the race. So Flack coming down for the second last lap of the race. Gap's still 3.5, 3.8 seconds over Chandra, who failed to post a time due to going through the chicanes there on the beach side, but the gap is down under 3 seconds. Black just knows he's got to do what he's been doing for the last 33 laps, just taking it easy, looking straight ahead, hitting his marks. Don't push it. You can see he's taking it nice and smooth through there. That's the place you can win it or lose it. Coming up towards Tedder Avenue for the second last time. Nice rolling onto the main straight. He's got that down pat now, heading straight towards the cameraman and down the main straight. Full speed already up into 5th gear, 230 kilometres an hour in a 6, and he'll hit 265 as he hits the braking zone. 267 top speed down there. And this is the last lap. Lucky's taking the risk and out he goes. Final time down the back straight, Marine Parade. Through the chicanes, just got to take it easy. Oh. He knows where to place the car. He's got through there smoothly. He's got 1 or 2 tests more to go. And here's one of them, Breaker Street. He's past that with flying colours. Now he's just got to nurse a 2.5 second gap, 2.3 second. He is closing Chandra. Gained about half a second on that last lap, but unfortunately he's running out of laps and corners because this is the last corner, and Scott Flack coming down the main straight to take a very, very well-deserved win there. Gambling without pitting on one set of tyres. I don't know how he did it, but he's done it. Congratulations, Scott Flack. Crossing the line in P1. Chandra in P2. Great battle he had too, but unfortunately if he didn't hit that sausage curb head on. Oh, Collins slipping all the way down the main straight, or is he giving us burnouts? as he crossed the line in P3. I think that's the round win for him, but I'll have to check the results later on. That means David Baker's got to come around the last couple of corners. And he'll collect P4. That's second and fourth for Baker. Down the main straight for the last time. And that's Baker taking third spot. That means Spotto. Everyone's celebrating up in Party Town in the Gold Coast. He's trying to leave parts of the car still on track, ready for the spec. Oh, he's parked it up on the sausages, so there he goes. Chandra on screen had a solid race, but unfortunately a couple of mistakes cost him dearly. Definitely the race win for sure. And Baker parks it at Red Rooster. Eric Chandra out on track. So race results for race 2. It's Scott Flack taking a well-deserved win, having the gamble paying off for him. And behind him, Eric Chandra closed within 2 seconds towards the end there. Matt Collins, nothing he could do without a front end. Finishes in P3. And David Baker, very solid in P4. He was there at the start, but just dropped off towards the end there, but well-deserved. Second in the first race and fourth in the second race. So that concludes the racing for tonight, and that's round 11. We've got one round to go, round 12. Make sure you join us, and that'll be at Radelaide. But stay tuned because we're taking a bit of a break just for a week or so, just to we've got to relocate and set up again. So we'll be back on air as soon as we can, but make sure you hit the description in the down below and join our Discord, find out when we're on next, follow the socials, hit the subscribe and like, and get the notification bell so you know exactly when we're going to air. But until then, thank you for joining us, and it's good night.
Watch this.